Initiating match. Ready for battle.
And we are live. Welcome everybody to week 4 of STLCC Overwatch. Today STLCC is gonna go against MSUWP. Here join with me is
Hello, I'm Cooper. I play League of Legends habitually, but now I'm here for Overwatch. So I'm here to just absolutely talk, and it looks like we're getting started early here. Of course, coming high ground here on Nepal. We have a little bit of a, looks like we're doing a little brawl versus brawl here. And this fight is already chaotic. A big pick coming out early on the venture from Luke TM. Unfortunately, he's then getting traded out by the Queen. Mauga goes in. There's some Freya action happening. Mauga does go down, though. Unfortunately, his character is not that broken anymore. And it looks like the red team, which is MSUWP, I'll clearly remember that at some point, is going to take the first cap here. And they're going to maintain that control of the high ground. And it does look like STLCC is coming main here. Mauga just doing a little bit of poking. And the rest of them are going coast here. Freya looking for someone to shoot at. Mauga going in. Finding no one. Venture getting out. Venture being taken very low. And Cassidy goes down, and so does the Kiriko. Unfortunately, the Freya getting traded out by the Lucio. And then the Freya also taking out the Genji. But it looks, I would say, it's all supports for STLCC until then. And it looks like STLCC is going to have to back up and regroup here. Both teams, no ultimates yet. Cassidy getting very close to high noon though, and I'm sure Queen in a comp like this could build Rampage rather quickly. Both things STLC will have to be aware for. Mauga repositioning. Unfortunately, he has found a wall, gets stuck, and is taken out, but the Venture also is found by the Genji. There's a quick touch on the objective. Susu comes out. Genji deflecting. Genji gets out, and looks like there's just a little bit of regrouping. Genji probably just looking for some alt charge. There is a rush available for STLCC, and a high noon available for MSUWP, my apologies. High noon coming out, getting Suzu'd, I think, and then the Cassidy going down, and then the Kiri for MSUWP. I hear a lot of Q being pressed. Freya goes down, Mauga's charging in. We're flying around. Queen is taken low, but is going to be able to stay there. Freya zoning people off. Beat comes out for STLCC. It's a 3-on-2 here, it looks like. Beat comes out for the... Oh, no, it's a 3-on-3. Beat comes out, Mauga goes down, and it looks like STLCC are going to get pushed off this objective again, with Lucio going down at the end. Hello, Robape. How are you doing? I hear a Blade. Blade is dead. Unfortunate. And it looks like there's going to be a touch and another touch. And they're going to keep the touch active. Let's see what they can get done. The Mauga is hitting Q. Mauga, unfortunately, though, is being just surrounded and is going to go down. Unfortunately, he cannot heal through that. And the first point is going to go to MSUWP here.
Yo, Robape 5555 in the chat. What's up, bro? Thanks for coming out to support us. Looks like WSU is going to get this first map. But more to come.
Yeah, I'm really feeling like the team on the side of MSUWP is just a little bit brawlier, which I think, especially on that first point with just how close together everyone's playing, just you really helped them out quite a bit there. But we'll see kind of STLCC maybe tries to adapt here. It looks like they're swapping to a sim, but it also looks like there's a swap to the sim for MSUWP as well here. So we'll see how this goes here. Another close point. Classic Nepal. So yeah, here we go. Rolling out. Yep. And people are seeing each other. People are shooting. There's a Mauga, so he's going. A little bit of a flank on the left side from through the wall. It looks like Genji and Lucio, but Lucio is going down to a Carnage, and then Genji without support, quick to follow. And it looks like they're getting pushed through their spawn, and Mauga is going to go down here most likely. And STLCC is going to have to regroup. Unfortunately, Mauga is just turbo staggering, which is never what you like to see. However, the point has not been capped yet, and so losses are minimal as can be with that stagger. And yeah, it really just looks like the tempo game is kind of where they're losing out here. Just the tempo that MSUWP is having here, mainly with the Lucio and the Venture, really seems to be kind of making the difference here. They're finding kind of those, they're getting those tempo picks, and they're just kind of trying to take over fights from there. Like, look at this, they're pushing out into the spawn even to get that pick, and they're gonna fight with the number advantage. And it's just so hard to overcome that. And yeah, the Kiriko goes down second, and they're gonna go ahead and reset here. It looks like Genji building some alt charge, and it looks like both teams about 50% on most of the ultimates, except for the Beat. So we're still pretty far from ultimate fights. I think we'll see MSUWP continue to kind of play the same kind of tempo play where they're going to try to find someone and just like rush them before they can do anything. And here we go again, doing it yet again. However, the Kiri does get traded this time by the Venture, and STLCC has snuck around behind and are looking to get a cap. However, Lucio does go down to the Venture, and so does the Kiriko. Mauga soon to follow. The Venture going down to Genji in the one-on-one, but unfortunately, it's not enough, and the STLCC is going to have to regroup. The Lucio finds him, and so does the Queen. and he's gonna get taken out very late here. High Noon up for MSUWP. No ultimates for STLCC. A lot of percentage. You know, not the best of starts for them, but definitely comebackable from. Okay, a starting pick from STLCC. High Noon comes out, kind of zoning people off. Finds none. Blade comes out on the back line. No one dies. Or Blade dies. Queen goes down. Excavation. Venture is venturing. Zone security off point. A touch is going to have to be formulated. Or STLCC has control of the point here. Venture just sitting around on the point here. Stalling for long enough for her team to get back. And STLCC is going to fall to the regroup, to the respawns. And it looks like they are able to get a touch, but they're down 1 ult to 2. They get the second touch, but they are just touching to fall. And they got the third one. Malga booped off the map though, unfortunately. And they got another touch. The touches are happening, but it's just
STLCC refusing to go down easily. But their efforts aren't going to be enough. Missouri State University taking second point. First map.
First map, yep. Yeah, that game just seemed like a big game of tempo. It just felt like Missouri State University throughout most of that game just had a big tempo advantage over STLCC. Oh, I can keep talking? Oh, cool. You know, it felt like a lot of those fights, they were finding one person and they were speeding. You know, they had Queen Speed, they had Lucio, they had Venture to, like, you know, drill at people. And they were finding this one person, and that advantage can be so hard to overcome. Especially when it's a pick on, like, the Lucio, on the Kiriko. Like, these characters that have these big impactful abilities, like, you just when they fall before the fight even starts, it's like you're already behind in the fight. And then they also, if they're taking these people out, usually have some kind of positioning they can use to then, like, engage a good fight. And I think, like, STLCC maybe needs to, like, almost either death ball and just, like, group up and play around that, or just play very slow, like, poke game. But they can't allow themselves to be found in these like 1-on-2s, 1-on-3s, 1-on-4s, and just fall. Because then they're just gonna have that number advantage, and it's just like I've been saying the same thing, but it's just so hard to overcome that, especially in a game like Overwatch, where every character, especially the good characters, you know, the ones we're tending to see, like, they do so much.
Yeah. Lots of. Yeah, that was a hard match for STLCC. I didn't know that much, but thank you for your insight, Cooper. All right, everybody, stay tuned as we move on to map 2 in this, I believe, best of 5 circuit.
Best of 5 usually for Overwatch.
Yes, best of 5 circuit. Stay tuned, everybody. And we are back, everybody. Welcome back to map 2 of this best of 5 circuit. We saw first map going to Missouri State University. Hopefully STLCC can turn it back and you know, maintain some ground this time.
Yep, definitely a rough map one for STLCC. Looks like we're coming back out here to Hollywood. I'm pretty sure is what this map's called. Don't quote me on that. It looks like STLCC sticking on the Mauga comp. The only change looking to be a Cassidy in place of the Genji. Or no, that's not true at all. There's still a Genji. Was that? You know what? I might be brain farting. Anyway, moving on. However, it looks like MSU choosing to opt for a ball comp, playing some dive here. So it looks like they're just trying to what's the word? I guess double down on what worked for them game 1. Really just trying to find those tempo picks with that ball. And look, ball already rolling around in the back line. What's he doing? No one's ever sure. But there's action in the front line. Mauga pinning in. Finding a pick on the Venture. Continuing to just bake that space coming forward. Ball in the back line. Able to force a Suzu and roll out. But it looks like they're... Oh, Lucio coming back around for MSU. Meeting up with the ball. But it looks like they're going to back off and reset here for a second. And it looks like they're maybe going to try to do something with the ball and the Lucio here. Kind of speed him into something crazy. Get the Lucio damage. The ball comes out. Goes for a slam on the Cassidy. Gets kind of chunked a little bit. But he's not really going to die. He's ball. Lucio taking out the Genji when he gets just flattened by Mauga. The Genji won for MSU. Taken out by the Lucio. Sorry, taken out by the Genji. Ball won. Ball falling. The Lucio falling as well as he tries to help. The Venture just kind of shooting at people on the high ground. Genji finds the Kiri. Venture finds a flank on the Genji. But it looks like he will find his way out, and Deflect will come back up. And Venture will find the kill on Genji as the Venture dies. But I think that... I'm not sure if that's positive or not. I think the Genji has a longer walk back, so it's probably overall good. But the stagger's a little rough just for the team of MSU, where they now have to like kind of slow down for a second. But it also looks like they've swapped to a Sigma here. Trying to maybe play some of these longer angles, trying to shut down the Mauga a little bit. The Mauga just kind of standing on the point, laughing and shooting at people as he does. Genji going to fall as he tries to dive the backline. Venture coming up. Rush comes out. High Noon comes out. High Noon looking... High Noon gets rocked. There's buttons coming out. Things are happening. Mauga's standing. Mauga's charging. There's a Kiri. Kiri TP. Mauga low. Mauga is going to fall. Kiri's going to fall. Lucio is getting a touch. But it looks like MSU will cap first point here with 2 minutes on the clock. You know, a lot of things happened there. I'm not sure what all of them were. There was a High Noon. There was a Kiri ult. I think there was Excavation, I think I heard. I maybe heard another High Noon. But at the end of this, we have 3 ults for STLCC being... Oh, and things are happening. There's... Action is happening in this room. This is the death room. Genji is falling in this room. Mauga finds his way out. Gonna take the pad up. Genji does have ult. So does Mauga and Lucio. Lucio is going to fall, though. Found by the Sigma. And then Mauga's going to get door stuck in the corner. And he's also going to fall to the hammer being fanned. And it looks like MSU is going to take the high ground control here. And it looks like... I can't tell who's on cart, but... Rob... Let's see, who do I see? I see Venture, I see... It's Kiri. Okay. STLC having to regroup. I think they have to find some way to contest this high ground here. But especially with... MSU just has so much high ground control here. It looks like they're opting to force the point, or the with the Mauga. Mauga is hitting E. He's not taking a lot of damage, but he's not really able to do much either here with the entire mid team just kind of staring at him. Genji looking for a pick in the back line, finding the Mega. It looks like he will make his escape here. Mauga pinning back in, finding some people. Mauga's ulting. We have the blade. We have a beat. We have everyone is pressing Q.
Oh
we have
my
both beats. We have Sigma. We have cage fight. There's a blade. Blade finds one. Genji finds another without blade. What's happening here? There's fights. Kiri finds one. Mauga finds another. Sigma's the only one left. Looks like he might get flattened, and he is going to get taken out last. And that is a good fight win for STLCC. But I believe let's see here. Ult economy, they use the same number of ults. But there is currently, so it is still 2 ults and 2 ults. There's high noon for each side, but we have a support ult, meaning it's probably just better than everyone else's, versus excavation, which I think is good, but also probably not as good as Kyrie ult, because that thing is broken. I hear a lot of poke coming out. Mauga is standing there. Mauga, okay, I'm hearing, there's a high noon. He is high nooning it. He is unafraid. He is pressing high noon. There's another high noon. Excavation initiation. Kyriar. Genji comes from behind. Mauga finds a flank as well. Looking at the Kyrie. Kyrie TP's out. Excavation finds the Kyrie for STLCC. Venture finds, what's that guy? Cassidy? I keep trying to call him the other name. I keep trying not to call him the other name. Sigma finds Lucio. Mauga is just getting sucked. He cannot heal. Genji having to make his escape here, and he gets taken out by the Venture at the end of this fight. Overwatch is a game. I can tell you guys that. You know, Overwatch is a game. Mauga getting the touch. There's a Lucio, I guess wall riding, having a good time. Mauga unable to heal into the Sigma grasp. The shield coming out. Mauga without support. Mauga does have support. Mauga's just taking so much damage here, though. He's LOSing his supports perfectly. Flux misses. There's a deflect. Cassidy goes down. The Sigma is just kind of untouchable here, it feels like. He's just chilling. And he's going to get teleported into, and they're going to cap second. You know, there's a lot of... Overwatch is a game of action.
This is a lot happening right now.
What? Yeah, like...
My Valorant brain cannot comprehend.
I mean, I feel like if I was playing the characters, this would make a lot more sense. But I'm not playing the characters, so I'm like, what is even happening here?
Get the Venture in this room.
All right. Any comp changes while I looked away for a second? Nope. No comp changes. High noon to Blade. Blade. Speaking of Blade, Blade comes out. Blade finds 1. Blade finds 2. Going for 3. Blade finds 3. He goes for more. Lucio falling to the Cassidy, and he gets the 4th in spawn. And I don't know if you can hear this, but he just yelled, "I'm the best."
Clip that! Clip that!
Someone get the T-Tors, if anyone remembers what that means. And that is a solid fight win for STLCC. Only using the Blade there. So they're going to have 4 ults here pretty soon. But it looks like MSU is going to have a similar number. Mauga, just looking for some poke. Maybe trying to flatten somebody a little bit. You know, a little bit of poke back and forth. Ults are coming up. And it looks like MSU is going to start the fight. Sasengwaniki, cage fight, that thing's called, I believe, comes out. High Noon comes out for STLCC, maybe looking for someone in the cage. Genji finds 1 support. Mauga finds the Cassidy. High Noon kills the Queen. Excavation gets 2. However, the Genji does find Lucio on the backline. Venture, kind of standing alone here, is going to get taken out. And there is going to be a reset for the teams. MSU coming back, though, already respawned. Could maybe get a little bit of push here. Genji getting out just fine, and STLCC is going to be able to just regroup here. Mauga coming into the touch, just going to use that card as a bit of LOS. Going to hit the button that means I don't die. High Noon coming out, has to get LOS'd. He is walking at the Mauga though. Mauga in danger. Mauga is going to fall to the High Noon, just walking at Mach 5. Here he falls after they drop a beat. Another beat drops for STLCC. No one's dying for a second. There's 2 beats. However, STLCC being down members is going to fall in this beat battle, it looks like. And it looks like they're going to try to get some kind of touch here, stall for time. They have the close spawn. Hollywood, of course. Classic long stalls on last point. Mauga just staying alive for now. Kiri able to Suzu and stay alive for a second. Venture able to get the touch. And it seems MSU is going to cap here, going up 2-0 in the series. And that game I think played a whole lot differently. I think that game was oh wait, oh, that is how this works.
Yeah.
You know what? I know I was talking about how I used to play this game. Gone. It's all forgotten.
Yeah.
I'm washed.
Yeah, me too. I was
washed.
never good in the first place.
I mean, to be fair, I don't think I'm better than anyone on the team, but I guess that's true because they put me on B team, didn't they? When I tried out.
Nepotism.
Nepotism. Yeah, no, let me just quickly become Robert's son. No, but my point of view is I play mainly Reinhardt, very good character, classically, of course. And a little bit of support, and I almost hit master once, and you know, since that time, don't really play the game, and when I do, it's quick play.
That's fair. That's probably good for your mental health too.
Well, you say that, but I play League of Legends,
Oh,
so
well,
you know, it can't be worse than League of Legends.
yeah, true.
And I don't, you know, I think League of Legends is probably worse than Overwatch. I mean, Overwatch is fun. I enjoy playing Overwatch. I enjoy playing League. But, like, you know, I'm a little cooked. It is what it is. However, there was a overtime, so no seconds on the clock. If they can cap the third, there will not be any of the cap 1/3 nonsense. I remember that part at least because I didn't like it very much.
Am I hearing right side? Okay, never mind.
I don't know. Some initial poke coming out. Looks like there's a Sojourn swap while I was just talking about random things coming out for MSU. A little bit of poke coming out. Classic, what are we doing here? Trying to force the choke. Mauga pinning to the right side. Knocks someone out. A lot of abilities coming out. Mauga getting collapsed on by many people. What is happening?
Yeah.
Mauga somehow pins out.
Genji's gonna be in the back
Kiri
line.
goes down. Both Kiris go down, question mark? No, wait, just the one Kiri goes down for MSU, it looks like.
He's gonna get them.
But Genji's gonna get found by this Venture character. What? Yeah. And it looks like there's a little bit of a regroup happening here. Mauga looking to stomp on somebody. Venture burrowing underneath, unable to be found. Venture is gonna be taken out by the Mauga. Mauga trying to stomp on the Lucio. Lucio taken very low here by the Genji. Genji finds the Lucio, deflects and walks out. The Sigma takes the Kiri out, but is low. Gets stomped on. Gets Suzu'd and teleported on by the Kiri. He doesn't have the grass, so Mauga is just able to walk at him. And the Kiri is going to be found by the Lucio, and the Sojourn found by the Genji. I don't know when the Sojourn was found by the Genji, but it happened. Mauga pinning through. Maybe looking to stomp on the Venture, but Venture is going to burrow and get out. And it looks like MSU is going to be able to reset as STLCC caps first. So it looks like STLCC may be looking for more here. But unfortunately, Genji is going to go down to the Venture. Maybe looking for a little too much. Okay, we're back to poking. I don't really know what to say when we're poking. Like, wow, Mauga sure can poke. Sigma sure can poke. Venture is looking for a flank. Venture looks for a flank. Finds a one with Genji, maybe. STLCC coming in to support, though. No, the Excavation comes out. A Flux comes out. A Cage Fight comes out. Flux gonna find Mauga. Venture gonna find, what? I can't... What is happening? I heard High Noon. I heard... But everyone press Q, as far as I know. Unless your name is Kiriko, Lucio, Genji, and Sojourn. Hit Q. No, yes. That checks out. I think that if I'm looking at this right, that does make sense. Maybe I should look at this other screen. This other screen's a little bit larger. A little bit of a early rush coming out from MSU. I guess trying to just stall STLCC off the point a little bit here. I mean, that ultimate really does do everything. Venture is looking for flank on the side. Sojourn ult coming out. Sojourn beaming the Mauga. Mauga going to fall. However, the Kiri going to fall. The Kiri and the Venture going to fall for MSU. Sigma finding two in the Kiri and the Mauga. SLC playing the high ground here. Lucio being one. Lucio goes down. Looks like they're taking the pad up. Sojourn taken to half very quickly by the Genji. And taken out too. Sigma all alone in a 1-on-3. Just shield dancing for his life. Has the grass come back up. And might make his escape here. His supports come back on and Sigma will make his escape. But SCSL with the fight win is taking a lot of space here. Getting pushed on by Mauga, but sitting on that Mega with that Pharah and the Kiri teleporting in. Mauga is going to be pushed off of that. The point being pushed underneath. MSU assuming control of the high ground here. Cassidy being forced off. Blade comes out. Suzu comes out to counter it. There's a beat. There's a Blade. Blade finds one. Flux comes out. Blade gets fluxed. Cassidy finds Sojourn. Beat comes out for the other team. Sorry, MSU. Flux finds Cassidy. Lucio goes down. Mauga on point. Genji just trying to stop the Sigma from doing anything else. Curie being found by the Pharah. Sigma falling low. Does hit the rock on the Genji. He goes down, and Mauga finds himself all alone in a 1v3. But he goes for the Sigma, but he is going to get taken down.
Wow.
Bro, what is happening?
Looks like they're gonna switch off Venture.
Looks like there's a grandma swap. Yeah, they swapped off the Venture to the Pharah last fight. There's a grandma swap there. I classically love grandma because not broken character, by the way. Anti is a fair and balanced mechanic, should be in the game, absolutely, right? We have a couple Shimada in this game as well. We love talking about them. Just talking about random things now as we are poking. A little bit of forcing on the point here. Just playing underneath the high ground, so they're forced to drop to contest this. The Sigma is going to drop. He gets flattened. He's getting focused. He's taken low. Suzu comes out. He's grasping. He gets such a huge shield. High Noon comes out. High Noon is walking slowly. High Noon is unfortunately does not find one. Cage fight comes out. Sigma brought low. Sigma taken out. Moved off the high ground. Both low. The DPS. Grandma and DPS both taken out. And STLCC will cap second here by using cage fight. I think there was a Curie. There was High Noon. And just a rush for MSU. MSU, though, does have the, what's that, Barrage? Barrage, I think that one's called here. As well as Overclock coming up, and Flux as well. They're also halfway to a Nano, so maybe we won't see that next fight, but we might see that in the fight after. Genji finds an early pick on the Pharah, though, and is able to make his escape. My voice cracked there.
Trust me,
Bro, this is hype.
This high octane Genji.
High octane.
Yeah.
This is exciting. Genji looking for more. Looking for the Pharah again. Gets solo barrage. The barrage gets deflected.
Yo.
Flux comes out. Hits one. Who's it hit? Hit Lucio, I believe. Overclock comes out. Gets the Genji. Mauga standing on point. Overclock. I don't know where it is. Overclock gets taken out by the Mauga. Mauga pins out. Maybe looking to grab Mega here. Lucio and Kiriko with him. Cassidy on the high ground. Maybe looking to find the grandma. And it looks like STLCC will take some space here. And push past the Mega here. Which I think gives them... I mean, Megas are good, you know? We love Megas. We love standing right next to Megas we push point. There's a Tracer swap. Sojourn goes to one. Sojourn goes down to the Genji. Tracer looking to find... I'm not sure who. Things are happening. Sleep in the back... is that Cassidy? That's Genji slept in the back line. Lucio drives in. Kiriko teleports while low. High Noon finds one. What's-his-face finds another. Genji finds a third. It looks like STLCC will cap here. However, once again, this is Hollywood. We'd love to stall last point at the very end. But no, it's a team wipe. They're going to cap. And STLCC, with 2 minutes left on the... Or a minute left on the clock, I believe, is how that works, is going to full cap. So STLCC does have a time advantage here. But my opinion of overtime, which, me, being me, I assume I'm always correct. I think it's the correct one. Your overtime time, once you get your push started, doesn't matter that much usually. But it is 2 minutes of time. So that's a very significant amount of time, and it may come into play. But with kind of this 1 minute, I feel like it's a lot of times it's like you get your one team fight win, you start pushing. By the time second team fight comes around, you just don't have enough time to get a touch after that if you lose it. So I think having those extra 50 seconds is really huge, especially in a game like Overwatch where things can happen so fast. In terms of like coming back to point, getting these touches, and being able to keep the game alive. So we'll see how this plays out. It looks like there is a comp swap coming out for MSU, swapping to a bit of a dive comp. They thought about swapping off this Lucio, but it looks like they are sticking with a monkey, or they're swapping to a monkey and a Genji. They're keeping the Venture, or they're bringing the Venture back rather. They're keeping the Kiri and they're keeping the Lucio. So definitely swapping to a traditional dive. Maybe looking to find maybe looking to just dive past this Genji or to find this Cassidy. Maybe looking to dive on the Kiriko or the Lucio. Though I think diving on Kiriko probably won't work the best because she's going to kind of look away and hit left shift and be gone. But we'll see how this goes. Start with, of course, initial poking. How else would it start? This is where I'm very impatient. If I'm playing this Winston, I'm just jumping on someone. Hey, there we go. Winston getting active. Characters taken low, including the Winston. Lucio taken low. Lucio finds his way out. Genji low. A lot of damage coming out on the the MSU, Lucio for MSU. Genji's gonna go down, Lucio's going to go down. People are going down for both teams, left, right, and center. Who's still alive even? It's a 2v3 right now. Mauga, Genji, Mauga falling low. Mauga is somehow alive, I don't know. He falls, Genji's still alive as the only remainder here. However, as I was saying, we're going into that overtime. And so they're gonna cap first, but it's going to be one fight. Or maybe STLC might be going for a touch here. STLCC goes for the touch. Lucio, though, is going to fall. And the Genji is going to get out. There's a teleport Suzu. Genji gets the retouch. Mauga is now back on point, but Genji is going to fall. And Kiriko's going to fall too. And Casti and Mauga are going to have to reset here.
Stop the payload.
You know, I mean, why is my voice cracking so much? I mean, I think it's fine. Because the thing is, like, with this card on first, it's like, this is scripted. So, like, no matter what happens, this is going to push here. So it's like, there's no point in not taking it, I guess. But Winston jumping onto the high ground. Action is happening. Cassie able to get out. Genji diving in. Big boop off the high ground. Winston jumps back on. Mauga being taken very low, pinning out. Trying to flatten the Genji. The Genji gets taken out. C9! Mauga forcing a C9 by taking out the Genji on the cart there, being the only person there.
3, 4.
STLCC looking to be in a great position here. For, what do they call this? Map 2? I think they call it Map 2.
Well, no, yeah, we're still on map 2.
Yeah, this is Map 2. No, I was just thinking, because I think in League, it's just Game 1, Game 2, Game 3, you know? But I think in Overwatch, they say Map. I don't know. I never watched a lot of Overwatch League.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Overwatch League.
It will be
All right.
nice.
Let's see how the team comps change up. You know what I think? We should petition Robert to let us have water bottles while casting. I'm not joking. Dude, my throat is so dry.
Yeah.
I just keep talking.
No, you're carrying this. This is great.
I mean, I was told I was here to be the D1 yapper, so here I am. I am yapping. Let's see how the comp change. There's a horse. I see a horse. Do you? STLCC, their comp unchanged, unafraid, unwavering. It's the same 5 characters. You named it. You guessed it. MSU, though, changing it up. Off the Winston, onto a horse. PETA, the horse is here. Oh, wait, no. It's more like PETA, the horse is here. That's a Kiri skin I didn't know existed. That might be the new mythic weapon, huh? Never seen it.
Maybe.
A horse here to be the wall on the point, I assume, because that's what I tend to see the horse do. Also just poke. I mean, the horse is going to be horsing around. Probably pretty good against Mauga. Some poke coming out. Mauga pinning left side, looking to contest the high ground. Kiriko TP's onto him, pushing out the staircase, finding the Venture. Venture digging underground, looking to maybe find someone. People are Venture falling to half, but able to get out. Cassidy for MSU falling very low here, but it looks like he will survive. Genji falling low as well, but he will make it out as well. People falling low, left, right, and center, but no one falling yet. Venture looking for people on the high ground again. Spear comes out. Venture being ganged up on a little bit, is able to get out, has that dig ability. And it looks like STLCC taking control of the high ground here. A minute left on the clock. They do have a little bit of time. They still have a little bit of time here. Cassidy falling very low. Genji finds him. Initial pick. Grandma falling to half. Grandma falls. Lucio falls for STLCC, but number advantage down. Mauga lands on Kiriko. That's no supports for MSU. And STLCC, that horse is... what is that horse doing? It can't. And horse is going to fall. I mean, that's the thing about horse. You just ignore the horse. You walk around them. And then once their supports are dead, horse is nothing. Mauga pushing up, getting antied. Just going to walk back a little bit. Horse character. I don't like them. I can't stop talking about them because I'm trying to be D1 yapper and I don't like the horse.
Orita.
Why does that character get so much value? Does nothing if you ignore her. Like kill the supports. I guess what the horse does here is the horse stands on cart and says, well, I mean, you guys gotta like get my teammates because STLC is being taken into overtime here. So we're in another one-touch scenario. Mauga being taken a little low. He's gonna hit his button and full heal. There's a Orisa ult. Big anti. Big ult combo. STLCC
don't see 9.
Unable to get the touch. Wait, Mauga wasn't on point? I don't know, man. I thought there was a Malgon point. Anyway,
Dang.
close game.
It was close.
Good attempt by STLCC.
The STLCC with one more map left. This
Yes.
was 5 seconds.
But that's 2-0 on maps, right?
Yeah.
Kind of nasty on the Genji. Real. Map. Okay, so they're doing all that stuff. They're deciding map, all that stuff. I don't know how rotation works, but my understanding is that because like first map was not 2CP, they got rid of that. Was capture point or capture point, King of the Hill, whatever they call it. And then we had hybrid. So okay, so I'm looking at the thing. You guys can't see this, but someone said something about Gibraltar, so I'm assuming we're just on push now. I see a Junkertown. So yeah, we're just on push. And then I assume besides that we'll see what is it? Like Flashpoint and what's the other one? But this isn't push. This is payload. And then push is robot. I digress. Anyway, it looks like we're going to Junkertown. That last game, really, really close game. Really coming down to the wire. The big things, I was seeing a little bit of that death ball action for STLCC. Or it wasn't even seeing death ball necessarily, but just they were playing a lot better to the kind of the tempo thing. It looked like they weren't really getting picked out solo as often, or if they were able to find value outside of that. Like someone on them might be collapsed on, but they're getting theirs. They're not just letting this person like die alone. So coming to Junkertown, this is a map that I love to talk about, and by that I mean I hate, because I mean I don't know who's here, but they'll find that when I'm yapping, it's very easy for me to talk about. Oh, we're not going to Junkertown. I was wrong. What's going on? So there's still bans or something. I don't know. Anyway, really easy to talk about things I don't like. Junkertown. I play Reinhardt. Junkertown, pretty bad for him. Widow Playground, formerly. Didn't like that either. I mean, this map is definitely, when I think of Junkertown, what's the first thing I think of? Long sight lines. Especially on first. You're probably going to see, you might see a Widow. Nerfed character, maybe not though. Maybe an Ashe, or you might see the exact same comps we saw before. Because that's my understanding of cooperative Overwatch. Is you just play whatever you're good at. And you run it. So we'll see what comes out here. STLCC looking to start their comeback here. MSU looking to close it out. This map will either be the deciding point or the turning point. We shall see. I guess it could be neither, but it sounds better when I say it that way. Oh, and that Widow, like I was talking about, Widow Playground, everybody. What do we see Widowmaker? Oh, wow, crazy. But yeah, Widow Playground. Obviously, she's going to look to abuse those long sight lines, really try to keep people playing in ways they don't want to be playing. Oh, my microphone has become loose. Got to retighten this thing. All right. Besides that, we're seeing very much a poke comp for MSU. With that, that's not Venture, that's Freya. With Freya, Sigma, Widow, Zenyatta, Kiriko is just good character. But STLCC looks to be basically playing the exact same comp, except they have a horse. So we have the two sides of Overwatch that I discussed, the duality of Overwatch. Play the same thing versus what's good on this map. AKA Widow Playground. Freya, flying around. Freya gets taken out early though. Genji finds him. Freya just caught out alone. LCC making the tempo pick now. Widow though, forcing the Genji back off. He's gonna sit in the room. Lucia's gonna come give him a little bit of healing. A little bit of love. Maybe pat him on the head a little bit. Tell him it's okay. And MSU is going to push the cart. They've been discovered in the room though. Freya diving in for some reason. Freya gets taken out quickly by the deflect, and Lucio will make the great escape because he is running. He is sprinting it. Horse standing on the cart. I don't really know what else Horse does. Gets healed. Doesn't die. Maybe spins the spear. There's a Suzu coming out though. STLCC taking a little low. They're gonna have to regroup here. It looks like. Kiri about half. Lucio also about half. Lucio being taken very low though. He's gonna make it out. Horse falling to half. I don't think that means the horse is anywhere near death, but it is a thing. Horse though continues to fall low. But yeah, Horse is going to be fine. Will not die. And while I'm talking about this Horse, people are dying. The back line is being dove. Genji finds two. Another person was found by someone else. The spear comes out, finds a third. And that's a wipe up. So, you know, I should really stop talking about this horse. But the horse is the wall. I mean, this is what horse does. If you're too busy paying attention to the horse, the rest of your team dies. I fell for it. I would have died to horse. On me. And it looks like a little bit of high ground action. Oh, counter swap. Swapping to a Zarya to just push this horse off of absolutely everything. Zarya, though, taking a lot of initial damage. Uses one bubble. Another bubble on the dive. But the bubbles are gone, and the dive will fall. Genji also finding Zenyatta in the backline. Zarya looking for, I believe, Genji. Genji gets his escape. Here, there's a... Not, what's that? That's a Tracer. That's the character. Yep. Tracer now for MSU. Looking for some value in the backline. Unable to find anyone so far. Oh, until that happens, as soon as I say it, Genji falls. Horse is going to fall. Unable to be found by the supports. And it looks like STLCC is going to have to back up and regroup here as MSU is 5. And I think STLCC, yeah, STLCC have enough time. They can get a touch here. I think even with the horse being a very slow character. Okay, Kitsune comes out. Horse coming down to point. Blade drops. Trank, I think is, yeah, Trank comes out. Horse is falling low. Horse is half. Has a lot of ults here. High Noon comes out for STLCC. High Noon finds 2. Terra Surge finds 1. Genji finds a 3rd. Zarya all alone is going to get staggered. And STLCC has a big win on the retouch and is going to take this forward space. I think STLCC loses no one there. Genji trying to find the Tracer. Recall is forced. 60 seconds left on the clock. Zarya using one bubble. Swapping to Wuyang. Venture. Wait, no, not Venture. Genji. Genji falling low. Suzu is going to come out and survive. Other Genji falling low. Whatever that thing. Pulse Bomb comes out. Beat comes out. Grab comes out. Blade comes out. Every ultimate on the team of MSU does come out here. And, you know, that's the power of pressing Q. So it looks like they are going to cap first here, but only 30 seconds left on the clock. Really, STLCC doing a good job of holding them to time on first point. And they are going to be able to get this space here. However, they're coming for the flank, but STLCC looks ready for them. Gets dove on by Genji. Recall is forced. Tracer getting taken very low. Bubbled. Zarya, I believe no bubbles right now. Used 2. And it looks like they are going to get forced off, though. The Zarya being able to just beam the horse. Backline being dove by the Tracer. Gets bubbled. Horse getting beamed. Tracer falling low. Does recall. Is taken out by the Cassidy, I believe, on the Predict Grenade. Zarya falling low. Uses one bubble. Horse getting beamed. Does not care. I hear Cassidy. Yep, he's shooting at people. Genji looking for the backline. Horse just making so much space in the front line, but is falling so low to the Zarya. However, is just going to kind of walk it out. And then the horse does fall, though, but the Curie is traded out. Tracer recall is forced. Genji low in the backline. Makes it out, question mark. Does make it out. Gets healed by his supports. Does find the Wuyang. And it's 4-3 right now. Zarya able to just push the card a little bit. Genji looking for the Lucio in the backline. Kiriko contesting for him a second. Genji looking for the... Genji looking for the Genji. And then found by the Cassidy. Tracer going in. No recall. Does get taken out. Headshot by the Kiri. 2 people. That's a Zarya and I believe a Genji. All alone in the room. Genji cooked. Zarya trying to find her way out. One bubble. No bubbles up. Gets it. Beat and what? Wuyang ult. High Noon comes down. Gets knocked on their feet. Or knocked off their feet. From the Wuyang R. I don't...
Wow.
Or Q, I guess. I don't know how good that thing is. And it looks like there's going to be a turnaround on that fight. So, I guess Wuyang ult's good. I don't really know. I think he just built that and then immediately used it on the Zarya. It seemed good there.
They baited with the... it looks like they baited Zarya. And STLCC fell for that bait.
Yeah. Horse, though, is just kind of in Narnia here. Does barely manage to make his way out alive. STLCC is unfortunately not going to be able to touch. And then the horse will fall. And Genji to follow. The Zarya pushing forward, making a lot of space. Tracer getting bubbled. Diving in. Pulse Bomb. Finds no one. Tracer forced to recall out. Is going to survive. MSU. Zarya finding the Cassidy. Wuyang finding the Lucio. MSU making a lot of space here on the front line. They're almost getting spawn camped. But they are going to back up and potentially look to take some high ground. Or a more advantageous position. STLCC coming back on the same comp. 4 ults available. MSU, only 2. I've decided that when I try to name ultimates, it takes me way too long. Okay, Blade comes out, looking at the backline of STLCC, finds one. Horse comes out. Weon goes down to the Lucio. Blade only finds one. There's a lot of action going on here. Horse falls low. Horse goes down. Lucio goes down. Curie on cart, stalling for time. Genji on the high ground, finds one. Is able to dash out. Curie TPs and Suzu's. Rush and Blade available. Rush comes out. Blade comes out. Looking at the Curie. Curie falls low. Curie goes down. Looking at the Zarya. Zarya has grab. Grab goes out. Weon one. Weon taken out. Zarya beams the Genji. Can't deflect that one, unfortunately. Zarya, no bubbles though. Zarya, one bubble. Zarya used bubble. Goes down instantly. They're melting her. Horse pushing up. They find someone in that stairwell. There's a Tracer. Tracer blinking out though. Tracer gets caught though at the very end of it. And that's a great stagger for STLCC. 40 seconds left on the clock here. STLCC, that's depending on the way that at this rate, probably about one more fight. Or one big fight. If there's a skirmish, maybe a couple. We'll see how these turn out. Any character changes? Nope, same characters. Genji dives high ground, gets bubbled. They're looking at really pushing that stairwell. Horse with the soccer net. They brought it back. That soccer net, I think, proving very good against Zarya. Hits a spear. Someone's brought low there. Genji found low. Genji does get taken out by the Tracer. Zarya is beaming people. The Pulse Bomb comes out, finds no one. However, STLCC has been found by the opposing team. However, overtime, they're coming back. There's a high noon. Kiriko, able to teleport out, not staggering. Beat and high noon available for STLCC versus Wu Yang R, or Q. I keep saying R because I play League. It's Q. Ultimate, whatever. STLCC, probably just playing for these ultimates. Maybe. Okay. Beat comes out. There's the Wu Yang thing. Wu Yang thing pops. High noon comes out. He is staring at the cart. The cart is being stared at. It is high noon. Guys, the sun is high in the sky. High noon finds none. Cassidy goes down. Curie goes down for MSU by the Genji. Curie for STLCC. Shield dancing on the Zarya, on the soccer net. Genji looking for the backline. Zarya looking for the backline. STLCC falling. Horse standing on cart, but is going to get beamed. Finds the ult. Finds no one with the ult. And maybe there's a touch here. There's a Tracer. There's a touch from the Tracer. Recall is maybe, unfortunately, not able to get the second touch. Wow. Another close first half, first round. Round one. Yeah, first round. Got it. Easy. I'm just the best. Really great effort from both teams there. Really close. You know, English is hard. STLCC really just doing a great job on that first point, holding MSU and just stalling out their time. And then MSU just making a great turnaround from that first point. But the game still being kept very close going into that overtime. So we'll see if any adaptations are made. If I were to take a wild guess, really throwing this one out there, my guess is STLCC is playing the same 5 characters. I can't. Oh no, we have something different. There's a Freya. So there's no more Cassidy. We have Freya now. MSU swapping a little bit similarly. That I believe is their Tracer player on the Freya now. And then they're still playing the Genji, the Wuyang, the Kiri, and the Zarya. The Zarya really just able to find so much free value against the Horse. Really tough matchup. So we'll see kind of how STL maybe tries to adapt to that tough matchup, because I think a lot of what was happening there too is just the Zarya is just, it's so hard. It's so easy for Zarya to push the Horse off of whatever line she's trying to hold. So we'll see if maybe they opt to try to just ignore the Zarya, just run past her. Let's see. Freya finding an early pick on the Genji. STLCC maybe looking to push aggressively. Genji diving on the Wuyang. He slides away, but they're pushing more. One bubble coming out. STLCC backing off, regrouping. Still a bit of time before the Genji comes back. Wuyang getting taken low. Genji going to dash out. Okay, Suzu comes out. Genji back for MSU. Horse being taken to half. Is fine though. Genji looking for a flank in the back line. Freya looking for a flank as well. Everyone is kind of just going back to their battle lines. Card is slowly getting pushed. The Horse is getting beamed. Genji falling low. Lucio there though. Lucio falling low. Suzu comes out. Genji falling low. Deflect comes out. A lot of things happening. Wu Yang waves. Lucio getting hit by a thingy. Taken low. Genji going for a dive on the back line. Taken low. Is going to get beamed out. However, I can't tell what character that's getting Wu Yang beamed. But they're going to get healed up to full. Lucio taken low. Gets hit by the Freya grenade thing. And STLCC looks to be regrouping here. New Vangada. Freya R comes out. Not going to find anyone. STLCC looking at 2 ultimates here. And here comes one of them. The rush comes out. STLC pushing in. Here comes the horse ult. Pulling in the Zarya. Zarya being taken very low. No bubbles. Wu Yang R comes out. Zarya pushing in with that. Horse is knocked down flat. Is beamed. Genji, Lucio in the back line looking for someone. Freya taken low. Freya is going to fall, but the Lucio is going to fall as well. And then the Freya for STLCC is going to be taken out as well by the Zarya here. And STLCC having to regroup. Oh, I don't know if that was too bad for the mic. Okay, I'm good. All right. We're back to this good old poking thing. Is Freya a flying character? I thought she wasn't, but why were they both with the skybox? Kitsune coming out for MSU. STLCC. Not looking to contest that. Understandable. Just looking to wait it out. However, it looks like there's a flank going on. Freya grenade. Kira taking half. Kira gets bubbled. Zarya 1 bubble. Horse getting beamed. Horse taken very low here. Suzu being forced out. Zarya using a 2nd bubble. Genji finding Kiri in the backline. Freya ult getting thrown into Narnia. Another Freya ult going out of nowhere. Genji finds another while this is happening, then gets beamed. Blade comes out from MSU. Blade finds 1. Looking for 2, but that's a horse. Horse is probably just going to get beamed. Horse does not get beamed. Suzu comes out. Is this Q-Press Simulator or Overwatch? Well, I guess they're the same thing, but Freya coming back. Once again, 2 ultimates for STLCC. There's the rush. There's a grab coming out and a blade coming out, but a big grab kind of stopping this. Genji falling. Horse hitting Q. Horse finding 1. Lucio finding another, but Kiri falling. Kiri for MSU falling very low. Gets taken out. It's just it's both Freyas and both tanks here. Bubble coming out. STLCC Freya gets taken out. And then Bubble saving MSU's Freya. STLCC, 11 seconds left. Let's see if they'll be able to make this touch. STLCC getting the touch. Kiri teleporting. Genji falls. Kiri falls. Lucio falls. Clock ticking down. Freya gets the touch. Horse able to sit on the point for half a second before getting beamed. And it looks like that is going to be the match. Going 3-0 to MSU. You know, those were close games.
Really close. But unfortunately for STLCC, MSU is going to take this one home. 3-0.
I did not know that Genji could swing that fast in with the thing. That's very funny. You know, close games. STLC really putting up a great effort. Getting, you know, very, very close on some of those games, but unfortunately just falling short. Yeah, I don't really... Should I lead him out? Or you want to do that?
Yeah.
You probably have a script, right? If you don't have a script, I can...
I mean, is there anything else to say about that game? It was close. It was close for STLCC.
I mean, it was a rough game. It felt like definitely on that last map, there was a lot of just like the horse cannot play into Zarya. Like everything, every time the horse tried to do horse things, you just get beamed.
Mm-hmm.
And the Zarya is also just so strong against like the dive strategy that STLCC was having. You know, the Genji dives on these backline characters, and the Zarya, you know, flips around, bubbles them, and you know they're fine. As well as the fact that just so many of these good support characters and like DPS characters are just so mobile. it's really hard to lock them down with these dive strategies. So it was a great effort, and yeah, I don't know. Okay, I'm told to wrap it up. So
Yeah.
if you're here, thanks for watching.
Yes.
What
And,
are we streaming next week?
So next week is not something to worry about just yet. Tune in tomorrow as STLCC's T1 Valorant team goes up against let's pull up the schedule real quick.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
There we go. So what do we got
Let's
tomorrow?
see what's tomorrow. Who is
Upcoming.
Valorant going against? This one?
Let's see here. No, that's Mario Kart. Overwatch. That's today. Valorant is up against Madison College at 7 p.m.
So tune in, everybody, tomorrow, 7 o'clock. Until then, we'll see ya. Peace.